Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Excuse me.
If you've got something to say, then say it already. I'm sure you're just gonna make fun of me like everyone else.
Great, you're both here. Got a minute? I just found some pretty materials. Think you could use these to make accessories?
Oh? Wow! I've never seen anything like this. I can make a nice necklace or even earrings with this stuff.
But hey, I don't know much about those kinds of crafts. Do you think you could teach me sometime?
What? I don't know about that.
You sure? I heard you've got a knack for that kind of thing.
Fine. I guess I could show you a thing or two.
Thank you. Oh, can this girl join us? The more the merrier, right?
Fine, whatever. None of the Renans ever had anything nice to say about my necklaces, though.
Listen, I'm sorry about before. I only brought up magic because I wanted to be friends. I don't know anything about making necklaces, so can you show me? And will you be my friend?
Okay, and I'm sorry too.
Looks like they've made up.
Yeah. The two of them always wanted to be friends. So I hope they keep getting along. Oh, right. There's something I'd like to say to you two. Is that okay? The world is full of all kinds of people. Everyone has their talents and shortcomings. But there's more to them than that. Whether they're Dahnan or Renan, if people can work together to appreciate each other's differences, the world will be a better place.
Oh, I see. I don't really know about that yet.
It's okay. I've been figuring it out little by little myself.
Alright then. I'll teach you how to make cute necklaces, just like me.
Right now? Sorry, I appreciate the offer, but I'm kind of busy at the moment. But the two of you should just go ahead and make them without me.
Got it. Thank you, miss.
That went well. They're getting along and even included you in their new circle of friends.
Oh, stop it. You'll make me blush. But seeing the two of them made me realize I really want to get close with Nazamil. Not just as an adventuring partner, but as a true friend.
I'm sure you can do just that. Good job, Rinwell. Sounds like those two were able to make up thanks to you.
Yeah, it looks like they were able to clear up their misunderstanding with each other. I hope they can become good friends.
I hope so too. But what if something goes wrong and they get in another fight?
Shion?
I'm sorry. It's just... I can't stop thinking about it. What's to keep the same thing from happening all over again?
Shion, don't worry. Working through their differences is how kids learn to understand each other and become closer friends.
She's right. Kids may fight a lot, but they usually make up quickly.
I see. I guess you would know better. I never had those kinds of experiences.
But you and I were like that too, weren't we, Shion? We clashed with each other sometimes, but we also talked a lot. And in the end, that's how the two of us became friends, right? So if we could do it, I'm sure those kids will be just fine.
Rinwell. Yeah, you're right. If you believe in them, then I'm sure they'll be okay too.
Oh, but you know, the only reason I feel that way now is because I had the chance to become friends with you, Shion. It was only because of you that I was able to help those kids make up with each other. So, thank you, Shion. I'm really glad we became friends.
Yeah, same here, Rinwell. I'm so grateful I get to have a friend like you.
I think this event shows just how much Rinwell has grown.
I agree. She's come a long way from when we first met.
Kisara, I'm not done growing either. There's no way Rinwell will end up taller than me, right?
That's not the kind of growth we're talking about.
Though your dignity shrinks by the day, Law.
How's this? Okay. Sure.
Yeah!
Thank you.
Doe.
Nice!
Dull.
Yeah.
You must be excited to play music with your friends again.
It's an opportunity I never thought I would have.
I think it's because you were finally able to talk openly with her.
I would be overjoyed if our relationship could return to the way it once was. Looks like someone needs our help.
Good grief, you're such a softie. Fine, let's go ask them what they want.
You're pretty caring yourself when it comes down to it, Shion. Or maybe Alphen's rubbed off on you.
Oh?
What? I see.
Right.
Good. Well?
Yeah.
Good.
Give me a break.
Oh?
Is that so?
Sure.
Well?
Huh?
Good. There are more people willing to help than I had anticipated. The outlook is good.
You've got a way with words, though, Halim. If it was anyone else, half these people wouldn't be here.
What? Hello.
Hey!
Well? Oh.
I tried to rally some support by myself, but no luck. You have a real knack for it.
I find it is vital to first acknowledge others' opinions and strengths. If you focus on only what you need, no one will wish to aid you.
I see. I'll try that next time. Yeah.
Why, you? Enough.
Hey! Yes!
Yes!
You did well back there, Shion. Your technique has improved.
I followed your advice from earlier, and it worked just like you said. But it still feels strange to me. Speaking directly and getting right to the point has always been more my style.
Hello.
Oh? Yes. Yeah.
Your method is effective as well. You're better at winning hearts and minds than you give yourself credit for.
Thanks. Coming from you, that does give me a little more confidence. Wait a minute. You just used your method on me. Wow, you are good at this.
It really is something to behold. Only problem is, he does it without realizing.
All I did was speak honestly.
No one's doing anything. They're all just standing there.
I don't understand. Nazamiel didn't order her puppets to attack?
Or maybe it just hasn't started yet.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
It wasn't supposed to be like this. I'm sorry.
Wait! What?
I'm sorry. I thought it would make you happy. I'm sorry.
What is going on?
Hey, there's Bayfon.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Are they all being manipulated by the masks? The suppressors?
Nazamiel?
Huh?
Wait. If Bayfon is like this, then do you think the inn is okay?
Let's go see.
What is going on with these people?
I'm glad they're not attacking us. But why do they keep apologizing? Even the Renans are all wearing masks.
They couldn't fight back with their astral arts?
It is not easy to attack one's compatriots, even if they're no longer acting under their own will.
At this rate, there might not be anyone left not wearing a mask.
And Nazamiel plans to do this to the entire world?
I hope the inn hasn't been compromised.
With Bayfon like that, who knows what's happened?
They've gotten in! We're done for!
No, look, we're not wearing those masks.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought for sure.
I'm relieved to see some people are still safe. Can you tell us anything about what happened here?
Those masked weirdos out front went berserk all of a sudden and tried to force their way in here. Bayfon said he would lure them away and left us.
So you've been hiding here. Renans and Dahnans, all hunkered down together.
They didn't hesitate to let me in when I feared for my life.
This lady saved me with her astral arts. I never thought I'd see everyone working together like this.
That young man said the masked people went berserk.
Right. Except Nazamil said she'd already sent out orders before we got to her.
Okay, but if that's what initiated the attack, then why have they stopped and gone docile now? And when they talked, it
was Nazamil's consciousness. You said so yourself, didn't you, Alphen?
That does fit with what Nazamil was saying before. How she was changing people's minds to make them the same as her.
And now, she's wearing a mask, and must be in the same state as the people outside. Assuming the reigning visage has the same effects on the wearer as the suppressors, what would happen if she were to interface with the Keystone?
The purpose of connecting to the Keystone was to send orders. But if Nazamil is also under the control of a suppressor, maybe everyone outside has gone quiet, because they've become the same as Nazamil is right now.
But if that's the case, then what was up with all that stuff they said?
I suppose they must have been Nazamil's true feelings. I don't know how it all works, but that has to be it.
all of those masked people we saw kept apologizing to us. If those were actually Nazamil's thoughts, then...
We have to help her. We have to find a way to show her that we aren't mad at her.
But if we want to get to the Keystone, we have to find a teleporter. Oh!
A Dawn Lake!
That's right. There's a teleporter there.
We have the coordinates we need. Let's go before...
Wait. If we're right about what's going on, then it may mean that we'll have to face Nazamil. Before we finally head out, we'll need to make sure we're all prepared for that possibility.
She's right. We can't afford to fail.
We should rest up and tend to our gear.
Right. Let's call it a day.
Those people outside will just have to hold on for a little longer.
There's something I can't figure out. Assuming that the Keystone is putting the people in those masks in the same state of mind as Nazamil right now, how did Nazamil become like that?
It was because she put on the mask, right?
Yes. However, when Cal Basel first showed up in Niez, Nazamil was wearing the mask.
But then when we saw her after that, she wasn't wearing it anymore. Could that mean she wasn't being controlled by it at first?
Perhaps the mind control function is something that can be shut off. At least with Nazamil's mask. The reigning visage.
That would mean Nazamil went to the trouble of turning that function on before putting on the mask again.
I don't get it. If we were simply in the way, there was no need for her to do that after we defeated her.
We couldn't have been in the way. She said she's doing all of this for us, didn't she?
She also said we're her friends.
That may be so, but Nazamil still attacked us when we tried to stop her.
It seemed like she wasn't listening to what we were saying. It was like we were talking past each other.
We're still overlooking something. Whatever it was that drove Nazamil to the point of fighting us. Even before she gave up and erased herself. If we want to help her, we need to find out what that is before we see her again. It's ironic that it takes a situation like this for Dahnans and Renans to actually cooperate.
A silver lining, I suppose. At least they've stopped quarreling, even if it's only temporary.
I think we're ready. Let's all rest up today. Then tomorrow, we'll head out to confront Nazamil.
I wonder what she's doing right now.
She's still under the mask's control. It is possible that she can't see or feel anything.
Even so, her heart is crying out. And I think it's my fault that it is.
Your fault? How do you figure?
I've been thinking about it non-stop. When we had to fight Nazamil, where did I go wrong? Nazamil tried to take over people's minds, to control them. That is wrong. There's no excuse for it. But in the end, ultimately, she did it for us.
Yeah, she did say that.
She had no place where she belonged. To her, it must have seemed like the rest of the world didn't even exist. So when she joined us, it was like we became her entire world.
We were her first friends, so when we rejected her too...
It meant Nazamil lost her whole world. That's why she was so devastated that she tried to erase her own mind.
From the beginning, all she wanted was to earn our approval. And I flat out rejected her. Because I didn't understand. I was so focused on rebuking her actions that I couldn't empathize with her.
Let's show her we're sorry. Then we can hold hands with her, like we did before.
I'm sure the charm will help us reconnect.
Shouldn't you get some sleep?
In theory, yes. But I knew you were off by yourself somewhere, lost in thought.
Can't hide anything from you, can I? I'm sorry. No, I guess I should say thank you.
Thanks for what, exactly?
For letting me drag you into this life of non-stop travel. For staying with me for all this time. For everything. I've been called a hero, a destroyer, and things even worse than that. But you stayed with me, Xion.
Even right now, as you're thanking me, Nazamil is all you can think about, right?
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. That's just who you are, Alphen. But the truth of the matter is, that's why I'm here. If you weren't such a caring person, that wouldn't be the case.
Xion.
And besides, you're not the only one who's worried about Nazamil. I couldn't sleep either. When I look at her, I see myself. Saddled with a fate she never wanted. Treated like an outsider by everybody. Alone. You know that pain. Really, I think that we all do. Every one of us has scars like Nazamil's. You're the one who saved me, Alphen. And along the way, I think we've all managed to save each other. That's why I want to help Nazamil however I possibly can. I want her to feel like She's not alone anymore.
Yeah. Listen. There's something that I've been wanting to tell you. I think I'm ready to say it. Now that I'm prepared to move forward. Xion, would...
Now's not the time.
What?
Not while we still have more important things to do.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Try not to look so worried. I'm not going anywhere, okay? Is that all right?
You're always 5 steps ahead of me. All right. Did everybody get enough rest?
Let's get moving. Nazamil is waiting for us.
Let's show her she has friends who care about her.
And put an end to this chaos once and for all.
That's right! Then we can have a tasty meal together.
I guess that means I'll have to put all of my cooking skills to work, then.
It's time. We're bringing her back, no matter what.
We need to avoid provoking those masked guys.
Yeah. Imagine if they all swarmed us at once.
Hey, quit it!
We've reached our destination.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Light astral energy! The waters of creation!
These little ones are hardly worth our time. Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
Huh?
Huh?
Why you? Why you? Damn.
No.
can't believe that man said that. Could he have picked worse phrasing? I hope Rinwell and Law don't take his words too seriously.
Both of them have faced their pasts and are now looking forward to the future. But words can still hurt. We should keep an eye on them.
I agree.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I guess...
Law!
What?
Good grief.
Law!
Well...
Are you okay, Law?
Yeah. I was just thinking back on my time with the Snake Eyes. I was a serious mess back then. But I still can't believe I really arrested my own dad.
Oh, Law.
Sorry. Now's not the time for old regrets.
further!
Get out of this! Crush! Internal devastation! Now! Internal devastation! On mine!
Let's get you all
This could be useful.
Backing down! I'm prison! Burn! I'm on a roll! God, they're surrounding us! I'm prison! Storm!
Watch this! Fantastic!
Right back!
Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law! I'm trying to focus!
I was only trying to be nice.
We're in the home stretch, guys!
What she said! Eyes on the prize!
That focus goes double for you, Law!
Me? How come I get singled out?
I'm prison! Sweet dream! God, I didn't ask for more!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! No enemy can
Stand against us! I'm prison!
Super swallow dance! Talent
Law!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
I didn't ask for more of them!
Eat this!
I'm prison!
Come and get it!
Sweet dream! Gotcha!
Swallow dance! These fists have got your name on them! Eat
I'm
this!
prison!
Dragon shout!
I didn't ask for more of them! I'm prison!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talent storm! Swallow dance!
Sweet dream! Gotcha!
What?
Well...
Huh?
Hey! Yeah!
I had my doubts for a time, but Law and Rinwell have both gotten stronger.
Yes, our concerns were unfounded. They've both grown a staggering amount.
When we first met up again, I still saw them as children that needed my protection, but I was wrong. It's actually a little sad to realize.
It can be lonely when those you once protected no longer truly need your help. But they have become excellent friends and allies. Don't you think?
Yeah, I really do.
I wonder if something happened. Hmm?
Well...
Got it.
Got it! Brecken's got it tough with so much to worry about.
Let's do what we can to lighten the Silver Sword's load.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Well... Right. Damn it. Ugh. I guess.
Well? Thanks. Even though the Renan subjugation has ended, no one in town seems truly happy.
Yeah, a year has passed, but they're still gloomy. I know it's not an easy thing to get over, but still.
There must be something we can do. At least, I hope there is.
I see.
That's right.
Rinwell?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about it?
Yes.
Fire water to melt people's frozen hearts. I'd like us to join them on the day of the banquet as well.
If everyone's drinking, won't fights break out?
So what if they do? No way to get closer to someone than having a good rumble, I say.
You might be right. Maybe what Cyslodia needs right now is a way to release some pent-up pressure.
We've reached our destination.
Is that so? A statue in Saxleo Temple? I have no recollection of any such thing being there.
Maybe someone put it there recently?
Who besides Dohalim would do that, though?
Oh yeah?
I see. What? How absurd.
Dohalim?
Sure.
Seems a lot of the Renans still have high expectations for you as the last remaining lord.
It's been like this since the convergence. But living up to others' expectations is something I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, deeply.
Hey!
Huh?
That ain't funny.
I think you're lying.
The people here must have a lot of anxiety and frustration.
I can't blame them for that, but it is still a difficult issue.
Sure.
Ah.
Dohalim sure seems on edge.
He's more worried than he lets on. We have to do what we can for him.
You don't have to tell me. Kidnapping is absolutely vile.
All right.
Why would anyone be after Faria?
Maybe because she's important to Dohalim? It can't be a coincidence, right?
We'll know once we apprehend the culprits. Come on.
Fari is somewhere in these woods.
I sure hope she's okay.
Look! Someone's there!
Is that?
Doe! What are you doing here?
I should ask you the same thing. Have you gone mad? Running off on your own?
I wanted to avoid causing any trouble while you were away. Sorry.
Were the kidnappers the ones who hurt you?
Yeah, I tried to get Faria back, but I was too weak. I'm not as good as you.
She's still alive then?
There's no doubt about that. Doe, listen, the culprits...
I know. Avakir, you head back to Pelegion. Kisara, you're with me.
What was that just now?
It's rare to see Dohalim like this.
Yeah. His silence speaks volumes.
No time to dally. We need to act quickly.
I'm glad I made it in time.
I wish I could use healing arts.
I guess camping isn't so bad, as long as it's with good company.
Faria, are you all right?
Doe, is that you?
Lord Dohalim, what are you doing here?
Lord?
That's enough.
Doe, be careful!
You would go so far as to disguise yourself as the very people you hate.
So you know. I'd expect no less from the great Lord Dohalim.
The abductors are Renans?
They slipped away with Faria and defeated Avakir when he gave pursuit. Though those two are not warriors, overcoming them would be no easy task for a Dahnan. They were attempting to frame Dahnans for the crime. My guess is they were trying to make me hate Dahnans as they do.
Precisely. But that's only because you won't do your damn job as our lord. Ever since we lost Lennicus, we've been living like prisoners. Yet you only preach reconciliation, neglecting your duty as our guardian.
How could you be so selfish?
I am still a guardian of the Renans, but that does not mean continuing our rule.
It's just our luck you'd come back on the very day we execute our plan. We may have failed, but there are others who see you as weak. You had better watch your back.
Doe.
You succeeded at one thing. Your intent was to anger me. However, the focus of my anger is you. Any that harm my friends will be punished.
Dohalim, don't! If you give in to your anger, you will be no better than our enemies. Please, stand down!
You're right. His fate must not be decided by personal feelings. We will deliver him to Pelegion to face due process. Thank you, Kisara. You prevented me from making a grave mistake.
That's my job, after all. The criminals have been turned over to the authorities.
Thank you, Kisara. That should be the end of the ordeal.
After all that, I just caused more trouble for you.
I'm glad the two of you are safe. That's all I can ask for.
Still, I have a feeling there's more trouble to come. there are still plenty of Renans and Dahnans who are unhappy with the way things are. I'll have to come up with other ways to keep things under control.
I'm counting on you. That reminds me, Avakir. I only learned of the kidnapping because Lentigar was concerned for your safety. You should learn to rely more on those around you.
Yes, you're right. I'll be sure to thank him.
We should let Ganya know the problem's been resolved, too. Let's go, Kisara.
Do,
Yes?
thank you. And... Take care of yourself.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Aw, are you tired, Poodle?
Sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Culprits were Renans disguised as Dahnans?
Their intent was to turn Dohalim against the Dahnan people.
As a Renan, I apologize. Dahnans were being framed.
Ganya, please know Dohalim would never...
You're quite the conscientious one, aren't you? You could have kept quiet about the truth, and none would have been the wiser. And that's despite the fact that you were the target of this plot.
I believe telling you was a necessity.
I agree. In fact, I feel the urge to let my fellow Dahnans know just how honorable you are.
Ganya,
I hope this relationship continues, takes root, and endures long after we are gone.
On my name, Dohalim Ilkaris. I vow to do all that I can to that end.
are you thinking about your friend, Faria?
I've ended up putting her through another ordeal. Avakir as well. They've been made to suffer just for knowing me. And it's likely this will not be the last time either.
It's not your fault. Your position means Dahnans and Renans alike are going to look at you with their own individual prejudices. One side expecting the best, while the other assumes the worst. Much like what Alphen has experienced.
I understand. No. Understanding is not enough. I should have expected something like this to happen. Whether it was to a friend of mine, or someone else, it was my responsibility. And it's my fault for not being prepared. I'm going to instruct them to reinforce security. Of course, we'll have to do so carefully so as not to incite the old guard. Did you think I would blame myself more?
No. You're no longer your old self.
I don't plan on going back. Besides, the situation wasn't all bad either. Avakir had a colleague who cared about him and was willing to step forward. The situation is changing, slowly but surely. If things continue this way, it may someday lead to that utopia you spoke of. One where all people are treated equal. Though, I do not know how old I'll be by the time I see such a world.
No matter the age, you won't be seeing it alone.
That's true.
Why you?
can't be.
Huh?
Dohalim?
Guardian of the Renans, huh? That's quite the title, Dohalim.
A misnomer that doesn't reflect reality. I didn't choose it, nor do I want it. I am not a lord of old, ruling over the Renans. I do not seek to stand above the people, but among them as a fellow human being.
Right. You seem to enjoy being a mediator more than a leader.
We've reached our destination.
Hey!
I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
So then. Kisara, you seem to have accepted your position as someone the people can rely on.
As a member of the Service Corps, being there for those in need comes with the territory. Besides, I'm happy to do it. It's a vital part of maintaining the peace, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I think I would. This should be enough nourishing food. Let's take it back to Pelegion. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
No.
Hey!
Mm-hmm.
My thanks.
We've visited countless cities, but everywhere we go, there seem to be more problems than before.
Perhaps. But no one can deny that the reconstruction efforts are making steady progress. Where we are now is just the first step on a long road.
That's right. With this kind of work on such a large scale, it will probably take decades to complete it all. But if everyone works together towards the same goal, I know we can create a world without suffering.
That's right. And even now, there are people with the same ideals as us, all over the world, working to improve their lives. We'll have to do all we can to protect them, and to ensure they can continue to do so in peace.
The thoughts and actions of the people alive today will shape the world of future generations yet to come.
Yeah? If you see something wrong with the world, the only way to make it better is to step up and do something about it. The people we've seen aiding in the reconstruction have reaffirmed that belief.
Still, it can be hard to be optimistic, given the current circumstances.
I know, but that's all the more reason for us to keep working to see this through to the end, right? We'll also have our own dreams and goals to work toward, for the sake of the future we're building.
You're right. As long as we're together, I'm sure we can do it.
I understand your willingness to go to great lengths for your ideals, but I do hope that you're able to take some days off to rest.
I could say the same of you.
I get it. Because if you both have a day off, you can spend it together, right?
That's not what I meant.
It wasn't? That was quite the little adventure we went on. I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
Why you?
Hey.
Huh?
What?
Getting through. It's not about what the blazing sword says.
You didn't drop Zephyr's name.
I can't play that card forever. I do understand how both of them feel. It's just that...
It's important to explain yourself using your own words. But it's just as important to rest when you need to. Let's call it a day.
Yeah, all right.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
What's this? Look at you. What the? It's you! Weak as always. You make me sick. Bull Run. But you're dead! Oh? Then how am I here before you now? It's a dream. I'm just dreaming. Is that what you think? Allow me to enlighten you. I know the truth of this world. Friendship, trust,
all that you believe in is fragile and fleeting.
Stop.
Those you seek to save are selfish and uncaring. You know it to be true. The only way to unify them...
Stop!
...is through fear.
Why now of all times?
Losing your temper because it's the truth. You really are a pathetic bastard, aren't you?
Enough! Flee! Try harder! Not arrogant! Foolish scum! Out of my sight! Try harder! Not
the only thing that can unite the feeble faggots of this world is domination by force. Bind them with chains of fear and drag them to heel. Dominate them, trample them, and make them crawl on the ground.
Stop it! Not like you!
The public is nothing more than an endless stream of beings demanding that their needs be satisfied. They're loyal when you have something to give, then turn their backs after. They are not ruled. The only mercy that can be granted to them is the guidance of the strong. I'm not interested in your reasons.
Shockwave flash! Destruction!
Sword, like you did in Niez. With its flame, burn down all who oppose you until only ash remains. It's already in your hands. It's not what I want.
I don't want to bind or be bound.
Know your place! What's the matter? No words to disagree? Are you so afraid to admit the truth? That power and fear will always win over faith and honor? Or will it take the pain of the whip to open your eyes?
Maybe. It's true that I don't know the pain of the whip. I couldn't feel pain when they struck me, after all. And I understand what you're saying. People can be selfish. That much I can't deny. They hide their true intentions to get what they want. I've seen it countless times. Even so, I choose a path free of oppression.
So a refusal, then. At the very least, you have no choice but to use force if you wish to destroy me.
Do I? Maybe you can be defeated with force. But that would make me no better than you. If you utilize fear to rise above others, you'll only live in fear of when you yourself will fall. It's another form of oppression. You aren't Volron. You're a shadow born from my doubts.
Even if that's true, I still have the power to engulf you in darkness. What will you do if not destroy me?
If you were born from me, and that means you're a part of me, I'll accept that and keep on living.
Taking the weak route, are we? Go on then. But stay vigilant, or the night may come when this shadow consumes you.
I'm used to your threats, but I'll heed your warning all the same.
Good morning. Didn't get enough sleep?
No, it's not that.
Then what?
I think I had a strange dream.
Oh? About what?
I don't remember exactly, but I think it was important.
Well, whatever it was. You seem less tired than you were yesterday.
Now that you mention it, I do feel like a load has been lifted.
Good. Now let's get moving. We still have a lot to do.
Yeah. I'm not giving up.
What are you looking at?
I'm not sure. The world in front of me, I guess. Nothing has really changed, but somehow it feels like I'm looking at something new. Even the stars are brighter. It's like a wall that was always there is gone now. It's hard to describe.
Maybe your breakthrough has let you see things differently.
You think so? Yeah, you might be right. Maybe I was scared.
That people would be disappointed in you?
Yes. But then I was thinking, do you remember the last thing Volron said to me?
If you choose to walk that path, you choose that path. You choose a path of betrayal, despair, and corruption. I remember.
If I kept trying to play the hero everyone wanted me to be, I may have ended up just like he said. Of course, I know this won't solve all my problems. I'm sure there will still be times when I face betrayal or despair. But I can accept that if it's the result of my own choices. As long as I make my own decisions, I will be the master of my own fate. It's strange how a simple change in one's mindset can make such a big difference. It's not like I'm doing anything differently.
You freed yourself. It's been a while, but you finally look like yourself again, Alphen.
Thanks. Thank you, Xion.
All right, let's get back to gathering info on wedding ceremonies. You and Rinwell looked into flowers, right? So what's next on the docket?
I'm thinking food should be next. The food at Kagari's wedding was really amazing. I still remember it.
That's so. Hey, didn't I hear something real similar from Xion? Oh, that was close. I almost let something slip.
I don't know anything about that. I just have an interest in wedding foods. What should be served, how it should be prepared, stuff like that. I just want to learn.
True, you can't just serve anything you want that tastes good. If you served hot dogs at a wedding, people would riot.
Yeah. Wedding food should be a treat for the guests, so I'm sure Dahnans and Renans will each prefer different things.
Let's start by looking into the Renan side.
Yeah, I agree. We can begin by asking Dohalim.
Sorry. Dohalim's on Xion distraction duty. I'm doing my best to keep her in the dark too, so we've got to be sure she doesn't overhear us.
I see. In that case, maybe Dohalim's friends Avakir and Faria can help us out.
Those two that were on Lenegis. They're over in Pelegion now, right? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Let's go see them and see what they have to say.
Dinner at a wedding reception. What would you pick for the menu, Law?
I'd want a bunch of tasty meat. Just pile my plate with meat and I'll be happy as a clam.
I should have known you'd say that. And I imagine you're not the only one who feels that way.
Right? But since it's a fancy shindig, I guess you probably need some fancy food, too.
True. I hope Avakir and Faria can give me some good suggestions.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I know it's sudden, but Dohalim's busy, so we were hoping the two of you could tell us a bit about Renin Customs.
I'm surprised you'd come to us, but we'd be happy to help out a friend of Doe's. Huh. I didn't know weddings were popular here. They're a custom that goes way back on Renin.
What kind of food do you serve at Renin weddings?
Let's see. For the guests... Oh, you've got to have a huge cake.
The bride and groom cut the cake together in front of all the guests, then feed each other a slice.
They feed each other? I'd be too embarrassed to do something like that.
Wait, Alphen, are you asking about weddings to prepare for your own? In that case, you've got to make sure your partner has a say. But I guess that would be tough if you want to make it a surprise.
No. I'm just curious, so I'm doing some research. I'm not keeping this a secret because I want to surprise someone. I'm just not familiar with the customs and want to learn.
I see. Seeking knowledge on subjects out of your wheelhouse is a noble pursuit.
You've taught us a lot. Thanks, Avakir. Thanks, Faria.
Now that we've learned about Renin customs, why don't we ask someone about the Dahnan ones?
Sure, but who should we ask? I guess we could start by going to see Doc.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Uzlebek. Does Doc's knowledge include weddings and food and stuff like that too?
I'm not sure. But the more I think about it, I suppose those aren't really his areas of expertise. I guess I might have a bad habit of turning to Doc whenever I have a problem.
You must really trust him. It's good to have someone like that when you're lost or confused. And he clearly doesn't mind.
And here I thought Alphen was secretly making wedding preparations to surprise a certain someone. Guess I was wrong. That's too bad.
I'm sure you'd like that kind of elaborate plan, but they're not for everyone.
Yeah, you're right. But if there's anything else we can do to help, don't hesitate to ask.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, Doc. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Weddings? I don't even know what that is, let alone what kind of food you should serve. Calaglio was poor, and we couldn't even afford to think about stuff like that when we were slaves.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I've heard of weddings. They're ceremonies for people that are getting married, right?
Married, you say? Alphen, you thinking of settling down?
It's more that I haven't thought about it enough, so I want to prepare a little for when the time comes.
I was all prepared to take a parental role and give you my blessing, but you're not tying the knot? You know, Alphen, you really haven't changed at all.
Maybe not. There's still a lot I don't know. So much I have to learn.
So if Doc doesn't know anything, what now? I can't think of anyone else who might know about weddings.
Do you know anyone who's done that marriage ceremony? If you do, maybe you could ask them.
Oh, right! We do know one couple.
Kagari and Notio. Of course, why didn't I think of asking them? We attended their wedding, and theirs is the one that set off this whole wedding craze to begin with. They're the perfect pair for us to talk to.
Then our next destination is set. I'm sure they'll have all kinds of useful information.
Seems like everything's settled here then.
Good luck, Alphen!
Next, we should go to Kagari and Notio's place. Let's head to Thistleum.
They sure get along well. Like they're in their own little world together.
Well, they're married, so that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, for them. But it's hard to know how to respond when they're acting like that.
I should probably prepare some words to say for when you do decide to get hitched. Alphen, I wish you a lifetime of happiness. No, too cliché. Treasure your bride and your new life together. Yeah, that's better.
I think you're getting ahead of yourself, Doc. I'm sure Alphen will let us know when he's ready to do that.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Oh my, hello. Are you here for Notio? Or did you come to see me?
Both of you, actually. Can we ask you some questions about wedding ceremonies?
Of course. It would be our pleasure. Our wedding ceremony is one of my most important memories with my beloved Kagari. Ask us anything.
What should we talk about first? How about the day I decided to marry my sweet Notio?
Sorry. Maybe we can get to that later. For now, I want to know about the food.
See, I'm currently gathering information on food that's served at weddings. What kinds of dishes guests will enjoy, that kind of thing. You two have experience, so I was hoping you could share your insights.
Of course. We'd be happy to. Our ceremony was very simple, but we did it our way.
We didn't worry too much about Dahnan or Renan traditions. We decided to do whatever made us happy.
It's the thought that counts, after all. I think you should prepare whatever the couple wants to eat, or something they want their guests to eat.
The thought that counts. Taking care of your guests, you mean? Thank you. That's helpful.
Oh, and we prepared dishes with ingredients that are said to be auspicious.
Since everyone came all the way just for us, we wanted our guests to feel happy too.
Everyone who attended seemed to enjoy it, so I recommend doing the same.
But gathering everything was quite an ordeal, remember, Notio? We were only able to serve what we did through sheer luck.
What do you mean by sheer luck?
The merchant we talked to said it was a miracle he got everything, and that he'd never be able to manage it again.
Wow, it's that much trouble. And it may be tough to procure those kinds of ingredients. If that's the case, we should try to gather everything ourselves and see what we can do.
You want to gather things now? Even though you're not getting married yet?
Yeah, I want to make sure I know how to get what I need. I want all my bases covered.
Okay. You sure put your all into things you're serious about, huh, Alphen?
I appreciate your help, Law. So, what kinds of auspicious ingredients should we go after?
Sea bream is a high-class fish with an elegant taste, so it's often seen in celebratory meals in Thistleum.
They also said something about lemons bringing good luck. I don't know why, but they said it'll keep you from catching a cold.
Where I'm from, we eat rat pig meat on special occasions. It's supposed to be good for your health.
Sounds like certain ingredients carry special meaning. We'll see what we can scrounge out. Wait, I already have the ingredients you just mentioned.
This is what we were after, right?
You've already got some auspicious ingredients. And I went on and on about how hard it'd be to get them. Seems I was wasting my breath.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Okay, I think we got a handle on how to gather what we need. We should be able to lend a hand next time someone's having a ceremony. I also know what to do to prepare for my own wedding. If I ever have one, I mean.
How about that? I think we got some good info.
If you're doing all this to prepare for your own wedding, you should fully understand what your partner wants before planning the menu.
What my partner wants?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be nosy.
It's not like that, Kagari. But people keep telling me the same thing, to take my partner's wishes into consideration. But I'm still just doing research, so I don't really understand what that means.
So you're doing research to understand what you want for yourself. I think that's wonderful too.
Some people are satisfied as long as they end up married and don't do any planning at all. Those kinds of people are the worst.
Yeah, that was a close one.
We got some great advice. So I think that should about do it for our culinary investigation.
I feel like there was some other auspicious food, but I can't recall what it was.
What? There's more?
I'm sorry, but I'm sure there was some delicious and auspicious food that both Renans and Dahnans enjoy. It was the hardest one to get our hands on. Someone knowledgeable about gourmet should know what it is.
Well, now that's got me curious. We've already come this far. We should try to gather some ingredients.
Man, I knew you'd say that. But how are we supposed to do that when we don't even know what you want? Maybe that old man will know. You know, the one traveling around in search of fine delicacies?
Gordino. He's definitely the perfect person to ask.
I know, right? Let's go talk to him next.
Thanks for all the help, both of you.
I hope what we shared was useful.
I wonder where our old foodie friend is now.
We'll probably run into him if we go somewhere famous for its food, right?
I hope he hasn't collapsed again while searching for his next culinary obsession.
We were only able to be of any help thanks to you, Kagari. You're the best.
Oh, no, Tio. It's all thanks to you. You're the best.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh, look who it is. What can I do for you? Got more questions about gastronomy? An auspicious food for weddings that both Dahnans and Renans enjoy. I know a few things that fit the bill.
Okay, so are any of them something that, she likes?
Huh? What was that? Speak up!
Well, it's, Shion. I need something Shion likes.
Wow! What are you so angry about? What did I do?
You didn't do anything wrong, Gordino. Shion's name just kinda came to mind. Just leave it at that.
Well, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know just the thing for that young woman who's always hungry.
Oh, come on, just say it already!
Dahnans love it, Renans love it. That young woman who is always hungry does too. And it's auspicious. Boss Fish checks all the boxes. In the gastronomy world, they say that if you eat a boss fish at a special occasion, your family will be bestowed with safety.
I didn't know there were legends like that in gastronomy. But it sounds like boss fish is perfect. We'll scrounge some up.
Oh, it won't be that easy. Boss fish are hard to find. However, if you aren't able to pass this test, you won't get my blessing to marry my daughter.
But who said anything about marrying your daughter? I don't need your blessing.
Obviously, I'm joking. I don't have a daughter, but I've always wanted to say that. At any rate, I'm not kidding about boss fish. Good luck getting your hands on some. You'll need it.
Don't we already have the boss fish he's talking about? Should we give it to him, Alphen?
Gordino, is this what you need?
Oh, there's no mistaking it. That's a boss fish for sure. It must have been quite the trial to get this. But hospitality would be meaningless if it were easy, now wouldn't it? You've done well, son. Okay, I'll allow you to marry her, but I won't forgive you if you make my daughter unhappy.
Not this again.
Jokes aside, if you can get your hands on boss fish, then you should be able to get any ingredients you need.
Thanks. I think it's fair to say we've perfectly understood how to gather what we need.
We learned about wedding dishes and how to gather the ingredients. So you must be satisfied now, right, Alphen?
Indeed. I owe you my thanks as well, Law.
If you ever need more advice about the menu for your wedding, don't hesitate to come see your friend Gordino. Regardless, my fabulous recipe deserves a name. Absolutely exquisite! Harmonized!
I hope someday she'll be on board with making the menu too, Alphen. I'm sure she, your partner, will be happy with anything Gordino cooks.
Something my partner will enjoy. I need to think about that, too.
Something bothering you?
No, it's just... everyone we've talked to has mentioned the same thing. My ultimate goal is to learn more about weddings and marriage. That hasn't changed. But Kagari and Notio said that isn't enough, and that I have to think more about my partner.
Right, that's why we looked into boss fish. Isn't that enough?
Maybe, but I don't know if it counts as taking my partner into consideration. I'll have to give it some more thought. I've learned a lot about ingredients and cooking.
Let me know the next time you're having trouble. I'll be glad to help.
Thanks. I appreciate the offer.
No problem. Leave it all to me.
You're here about dishes for a wedding? I'm working on a few things right now. When the day comes, I'll make something that'll satisfy that young woman who is always hungry, and all your guests.
So, Alphen, how's your pursuit of wedding knowledge progressing?
With everyone's help, I've been able to look into several things I was curious about.
Happy to hear it.
I'm still clueless when it comes to marriage in general. I'm still in the dark on what married life is like after the ceremony is over.
It does seem as though that would be a separate set of knowledge. You'd need a new home, furnishings for it, things of that ilk.
A home? You need a house if you get married?
It's not a requirement, but generally speaking, it even came up in the conversation amongst the ladies that sparked your quest for knowledge. Shion said she wanted a warm home to live in, remember? It's completely normal to think of such things.
It is?
So I've heard.
Then the next thing I research will be where to live after getting married. I want to know everything that's needed.
Very well. You know, I once heard someone say, marriage is not the destination, but a new departure. I believe those were Droshin's words of wisdom.
Really? Does that mean Droshin's married?
He is indeed. Seeing as he has experience, you may wish to seek his counsel.
All right, let's go. Now that I think about it, life after marriage is obviously more important than the wedding itself. The wedding is a single day, but your life together after that goes on for years and years.
True. It is certainly a topic worthy of careful consideration. That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Oh, hello. Did you need something?
There's something I want to talk to you about. I heard you're a married man, so...
You once spoke to me about the necessities in everyday life after marriage. Do you recall? We've come to you because Alphen would like to hear what you have to say. Can you inform him of what is necessary?
Is that so? Now that's a serious consultation. If you're going to get married, I think you first need to decide where you want to live.
No, I'm not getting married in the immediate future. I'm just curious and doing some research.
I see. Even so, I think you'll get an idea of what you need if you picture what you want for yourself. Are there any cities you've thought would be nice to live in?
No, not really. I'd never given it any thought.
You know, Shion once said that she enjoys the mood of gazing upon the snow of Cyslodia, and that doing so calms her. Other than that, she also mentioned that she finds the weather pleasant in Ganath Haros.
She did? Maybe that means she wants to live in Cyslodia or Ganath Haros someday. I was just reacting to Shion's comments. Don't, read into it too much.
Of course, we would never.
If you don't have any strong preference on where you want to live, maybe you should spend some time traveling around. Cast aside your preconceived notions and look around with an objective eye. You'll likely discover some conditions you can't compromise on.
Thanks. I think it's worth a try. Should we start by visiting Cyslodia then? I can see what Bregan has to say too.
By all means. I think it's smart to learn about marriage and all it requires well in advance. Married life is like a long journey. If you don't care for and support each other, it won't last. The most important thing is to discuss and understand each other.
two people living together...
We've strayed quite far from the matter at hand. And it seems this is going to take a while yet.
Not as long as the speech you gave at Kagari and Notio's wedding.
Ah, my apologies. Are you in a hurry? I still have more to share.
Thanks for your help, Droshin. You can tell me the rest the next time I see you.
Homes in Cyslodia are constructed to withstand the snow. That's one of their good points.
I never thought much about how a house is designed. This is all so new to me.
We need to start keeping an eye out for this kind of stuff. Wandering aimlessly won't cut it.
Marriage is something that doubles your joy and halves your sorrow. It's a popular saying. In your long life, you too will go through many hardships, as well as many encounters and partings. Through such experiences, and perhaps some fights from time to time, a couple's bond will be strengthened. Well, give my best to the lucky couple, whoever they may be.
We finally made it.
Right.
What? You're looking for a place to live?
We're gathering information about marriage. More specifically, we're currently looking into the process of house hunting.
Sounds complicated. I don't know anything about all that, but we'll welcome you with open arms if you want to move here, Alphen.
Thank you for saying so.
Thing is, there are some difficulties with living here, as you know. For one thing, there are more disputes between fellow Dahnans here than in other nations.
I'd hope they'd all get along better after they were freed. But I understand things still have a ways to go.
The other thing is that, in general, Renans aren't allowed into the city. You get lots of Renans coming to see you, don't you, Alphen? I know you've got both Renans and Dahnans in your crew.
Yeah, that could be a problem anytime Renans want to come visit.
The last issue is that the land around Cyslodia is barren. It isn't easy to secure the food you need. We're not starving yet, but there's not much by the way of excess.
So, if someone with, say, an incredibly high metabolism were to move in, it would put more strain on the food supply?
I had the same thought. Even if I'm comfortable, the person I live with may not be.
Yes. I think it's important to keep that viewpoint in mind when looking at other cities as well.
Thanks for talking with us, Bregan. I'm not looking to move just yet, but when the time comes, I'll remember everything you said.
Been a pleasure. Come by any time. Gathering information, house hunting. You got some big life changes planned there, Alphen? If it is what I think it is, nah, I won't pry. Good luck, Alphen.
Thanks, Bregan. Now then, shall we depart for Pelegion? I will refrain from shamelessly recommending it, though.
Yeah, let's. The more places we can visit, the more informed I'll be. Plus, we can talk with Ganath to see if he has any advice. Going to Cyslodia really helped me understand some of what's important when deciding on a place to live.
If we continue to observe different locales, we will be able to understand more clearly what type of location is best.
Alphen, do you already have a special someone in mind? Sorry, I said I wouldn't pry, but I couldn't help myself.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Did you need something?
I have a question for you. Can you spare some time if you're not busy with your duties?
I've always got time for you. I still owe you a huge debt. After all, it's thanks to what you all did a year ago that we regained the most important thing a human has. The ability to think.
All we did was help. It's you guys who actually took it back.
Even then, I still have a debt owed to you. So, what do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to decide where I want to live a little further down the road, when I'm ready to settle down. We're traveling around to various places to see how they strike me. Now we're here. So, how's life in Pelegion?
Hey, it's great that things have calmed down enough for you to think about settling down, even if it's still a ways off. But as far as living here, look, it's a beautiful city, and Renans live here comfortably. The problem is, Dahnans can't say the same. Plus, there are probably more than a few Renans here that would be less than pleased with your presence.
I guess it isn't the best for me. The city being beautiful is important to people who care about aesthetics, but...
I think Ganya is right. Pelegion is far from ideal for you, at least in its current state. If our efforts are met with continued success, perhaps one day it will be a city where anyone can live without issue. If possible, it would be great to reach that point before you've chosen a place to settle.
I'll be working hard towards that goal myself. You once told me that you fight against anyone who uses force to take what doesn't belong to them.
That's right.
I really took those words to heart and decided I wanted to help create a society free from hate. You've never let me down, never betrayed my trust. This time, I want you to trust in me. I will make this city a suitable place for you and your future family to live.
All right. I believe you, Ganya. I'm glad we came to Pelegion, even though it was for my own personal reasons. It gave me the chance to talk with Ganya and you about these kinds of things.
So, what should we do next? Should we make our way to Mahag Saar?
Tensions are still high there, so I'm not sure if it'd be right to take anyone's time with my personal issues. I think we can rule out Niez. I'd cause way too many problems for Bayfon, and I wouldn't want to do that to him.
We keep in touch with Niez through trade and the occasional information exchange. If the opportunity arises, can I let them know you've begun thinking about your future?
Sure, as long as you don't make a big deal out of it. I'm really just doing some research for now.
Should we return to Viscint then? It is a relaxed and cozy place after all.
Who could we talk to there?
How about Kisara's friend, Legil? She can likely offer opinions from a viewpoint different from Droshan's.
Good idea. Let's go see if she'll talk with us. Viscint isn't a good fit, I'm not sure what options will be left. I had no idea it was this hard to find a place to live. I'm glad I had the chance to experience it for myself.
The situation changes by the day. Even if it was difficult this time, it may not be the same in the future. Plus, Legil's a reliable person to go to for advice. I bet she can provide us with useful information.
We finally made it.
Legil, sorry to bother you. Can we chat with you about life in Viscint?
Oh, I'm happy you'd come to me for advice. But life in Viscint? Why? Is someone going to move here?
I'm considering it, but I haven't decided or even thought about a lot of details. For now, I'm traveling around and trying to find a place that would be nice to settle into once my journey is over.
Is that so? Well, I think Viscint is a great place to live. But recently, the population is exploding, and there isn't much space. We're getting overcrowded.
Guess there are downsides to Viscint's skyrocketing popularity.
But if you're going to live in Menancia, there are other options besides Viscint. For example, you can build a house near Cyslodia Highway just outside of town.
Outside of town? That thought hadn't occurred to me.
I know a really nice spot. However, it's currently inhabited by a gigantic Zoogle.
Well then, perhaps we can take care of that problem when we go scout the location.
Oh, that would be a huge help. Would you please?
Okay, we'll take care of it. We can't build a house if Zoogles live there.
Thanks, I appreciate it. By the way, I apologize if I've got the wrong idea here, but... if marriage is the reason you end up relocating, then can I have your wedding bouquet? I already told Kisara, but I heard that if you can't catch a bouquet, you'll always be single and alone.
So you're where she heard that preposterous rumor?
All right, let's go take care of the Zoogle on Cyslodia Highway.
That land will be important if you want to develop it in the future. We must eliminate any threats that lurk there.
Preposterous? You mean it isn't true? I guess it does seem kind of silly when I think about it. I think the correct version was, if you can't catch a bouquet, your lover will hate you. No, that sounds wrong too.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch? Look! Isn't that what Legil was talking about? A giant Zoogle?
Looks like it. Let's get this done.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Deity! Try harder! It's my turn! Eagle Roach's Fury!
I'll heal you all!
Use its weak point and take it down.
All together as one. Tiger Blade! Appreciate the help.
Willing performance.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Water, here's
Sharpwood Flat! Try this! Guys, almost there.
Don't let your guard down.
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
It's a pretty nice spot, like Legil said. A great view, and relaxing too.
Sounds as though you like it then. I too feel this would be a good spot for you.
I feel like I could just wake up, check out the view, do a little stretching, and be ready for a big day.
Feeling good about your environment is important. Now, shall we return to Viscint and inform Legil?
We've reached our destination.
We defeated the Zoogle, Legil.
Thanks. So, how was the location?
Man, that was a nice spot. I can see myself enjoying life there. Maybe that means it's a good fit for me.
I think that when you get married and look for a home in earnest, what we've learned will aid quite a bit in your search.
Yeah, I thought that as long as they had 4 walls and a roof, all houses were the same regardless of where they are. But I was wrong.
I thought that much was obvious.
I'm glad you like it. If you seriously consider moving here, please let me know. The house itself is just as important as the location, so I can introduce you to a pro who can help with everything from layout to paint color.
Thanks, Legil.
You'll have a lot to think about, especially considering you won't be the only person living in the house. It seemed you had someone on your mind as we were traveling. But are you satisfied with the information we gathered?
I really don't know anything, so I thought that it would be enough to learn about marriage in general. But that isn't enough. Nearly everyone we met told me to think more about my partner. So I was trying to keep my partner in mind as I did my research, but honestly, I'm not sure if what I've done is correct.
I see. I believe that no knowledge or experience is without its merits. Right now, your head is full of worry and doubt, but it's a necessary step towards finding a better future for yourself.
I hope you're right.
You've only just begun to think about your future. There is no need to rush these things, Alphen.
Dahnan, thank you. Choosing a home is basically setting your future life in stone.
It's important to think practically about the future. For example, calculating your spending so you know how much you'll save in 1 year.
I bet you're good at planning out your future down to the smallest detail, Kisara.
You'll really have your hands full once you start building a new house, Alphen. But don't worry. We have to pay you back for all you've done. You can leave this to us.
Seems like your research into weddings and marriage is going well, Alphen.
Yeah, thanks to everyone's help. I've got Law and She on distraction duty, so I have some time. But there may not be anything left to look into. I didn't know a thing before, but I've learned a lot and have gained a little confidence now.
That's great.
I want to thank you again, Kisara. I've given things a lot of thought, and I think I've come to understand what makes weddings great. It's a ceremony to bring happiness to the person you care about most. Maybe that's why they're so popular these days.
You've come a long way. Remember how you panicked when you realized you knew nothing about marriage? By the way, I think there's something else that comes before the wedding. Have you already looked into it?
What? Something that comes before the wedding?
Of course. You're going to propose, right?
I haven't gotten any info on that yet, but I think it's enough to simply ask, will you marry me?
Wait, that's it?
What else is there?
Don't worry about it. You'll come up with something. Now then, I must be off.
Kisara, wait! Don't forsake me! Please, I'm begging you!
I don't know what the person you want to marry will think, but usually the atmosphere when you profess your feelings is important.
Oh, that.
You're asking them to spend the rest of their life with you, so you have to make that idea as enticing as possible, or they may say no. The location's also important. It's a moment you'll both remember forever. It should be in an elegant and beautiful place. Say, take her to a floral garden by the seaside. Gently take her by the hand and sweetly whisper to her your everlasting love. Or something.
A floral garden by the sea. I don't know any place like that.
That was, just an example. Some people put a lot of thought into proposals, whether they be marriage proposals or not.
But I should choose a place that makes me seem enticing. That won't be easy.
I think your best traits are your kindness, decisiveness, and strength.
By strength? Do you mean with the sword?
That's part of it, but you also have the strength of mind to stand firm in your beliefs, like touching Shion without fearing her thorns. If you can show those traits to your partner, then she's sure to say yes.
I see. The problem is I don't know how I can show her how strong my feelings are.
Well, I just heard a disturbing rumor. Apparently, a dangerous Zoogle has taken up residence in the Iglia Wastes.
We've definitely got to do something about that. But what does that have to do with what we were talking about?
You don't get it? The strength of your feelings is basically your courage. You should show Shion you're not afraid to face powerful enemies.
Well, I don't have a partner yet. Plus, is something that simple good enough?
I'm not saying it's the best method, but I think it's one way of going about it.
If that's the case, then I should face the Zoogle alone. That should prove that my feelings are true, right?
I don't know. That might be a little too dangerous. There's a difference between courage and recklessness, Alphen.
I know, I get it. But I want to give it a shot. I want you to watch and afterwards let me know what you thought.
So you want to practice on the Zoogle in the Iglia Waste, right? Got it. If it doesn't go well, we can just think of something else. If things get hairy, I'll jump in to help.
Thanks. Then all I have to do is decide on a place. Elegant and beautiful. Nothing comes to mind.
Don't worry about it for now. You have time. Let's head to the Iglia Wastes and lay waste to that Zoogle.
Fighting alone against a powerful foe is the perfect chance to test myself. Lately, I've always had Shion and the others nearby, so I guess it's been a while.
Don't lose sight of your goal. You're trying to show your courage, not your recklessness.
We've reached our destination.
There's the giant Zoogle, and there are more around it.
Okay, I'm going in. You watch from a distance.
I'll be sure to help if it looks like you're in danger. Good luck, Alphen.
Azure Storm! Incineration Wave! More? You're mine! Great! Next! Orochi's Fury! Great! Next! More? Not a chance! Now! Lunar Rongo! Not a chance! Lunar Rongo! Not more! Not a chance! We did it! Lunar Rongo!
Hey, what's going on here? Why is Alphen fighting by himself?
Xion? Wait, I can explain.
Hold on, Alphen. I'm coming to help. Don't get careless.
Don't tell me! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Azure Storm!
Do it!
This
ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Orochi's Fury! Now, while it's reeling! Orochi's Fury! Almost there.
Don't let your guard down.
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Xion, before we talk, can we go someplace quiet?
Sure. Now that you're safe, I'm in no hurry.
Thanks. Let's head for the volcano then.
What? So the reason everyone's been talking in secret has been because they're helping you?
Yes, that's right. I've been looking into something, but I asked everyone to keep it from you.
Looking into something? What is it? And why am I the only one you didn't tell?
See, I've been thinking about the future. What I want to do, where I want to go, things like that. But I didn't have enough knowledge, so I knew I needed to get more. I didn't want the person I want to be with to think I'm unreliable for not knowing anything.
I see. So you've been traveling around and getting advice from various people?
That's right. And a lot of them told me that when I gather information, I need to think more about the person I want to be with. In the end, I'm not really sure if I've accomplished what I set out to do, though. I'm sorry I kept it a secret. I thought that if I included you, I'd end up completely relying on you.
Alphen.
I'm really sorry.
Alphen, people told you to think more about the person you want to be with when you do your research. But wouldn't it be best to do the research together with that person? What's wrong with relying on her? Anyone who knows you understands you're someone who can be counted on. I mean, if I were that person, I'd certainly rather do it with you than be kept in the dark.
Together. That makes sense. Maybe I was trying to show off or something.
But if this person knew how far you and everyone else went for her, I'm sure she'd be very happy. Your methods may have been flawed, but your heart was in the right place. I'm sure she'd be thrilled to know how much you and everyone else care about her.
Shion.
Just let me say this. Once everything is calmed down and you're ready, let's sit down and talk.
Okay, got it. Let me say something too. The next time there's something I want to research, will you come with me?
Of course, Alphen. You don't even need to ask. I'm looking forward to it.
At first, I wasn't sure what would happen. But it seems like you found out what you wanted to know. So I guess things worked out.
Although Shion did scold us a bit.
That's no surprise. We did keep a secret from her, even if it was only for a short time.
Not telling her the truth was so hard. I was at the end of my rope and almost blurted it out a few times. I'm so glad she found out.
Sorry for putting you through all that, guys. But I learned a lot from this.
Then it was worth the trouble. We always wish the best for you, Alphen.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Filled with equal parts wisdom and nobility, always ready to boldly rescue anyone from the perils of thirst. Delicious and nutritious, it's Dohalim mixed juice. Try today.
That phrasing sounds familiar.
Yet another product bearing my name.
Hey.
You don't say.
Yes.
Okay. Is that so?
All right, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. Let's see who can make the best juice.
Well, you're certainly fired up. Are you suggesting a competition?
That's right. I had to MC the pancake contest, so this time, I'm gonna be a contestant.
All right, challenge accept.
No way, Alphen. You should sit this one out. No one wants to drink spicy juice.
Defeated before even setting foot on the battlefield.
Well, if it's anything like the last one, I'll join in this time instead of judging. I want to test my skills against the reigning pancake champ.
Wait, you mean me? Oh no, what am I gonna do? There's no way I can go up against Kisara. But I guess my title as the champion is on the line. And if I can get Hootle to lend me a talent again... Hootle, wait! Where are you going?
Maybe you should take a pass on this one. For Hootle's sake.
I'm in as well. What about you, Shion? Will you participate?
Not this time. If Kisara's competing in the contest, someone will need to sit out and judge all the entries.
Then it's decided. The winner is the juice that Shion likes best. Let's do it.
That's right. I can drink as much juice as you can dish out. Bring it on.
Something tells me she just wants free juice.
Once we've gathered all of our ingredients, let's head to Faria Ranch. We should find all the tools we need there.
The competition will be fierce. I'll have my work cut out for me if I want to make up for my pancake defeat.
Hootle! Please, come back! Don't leave me! Hootle!
With this many ingredients, we should be able to effectively work on our juice mixtures.
All right, back to the ranch we go.
Who can mix up the tastiest juice blend? Let's find out. Hootle and I will be your hosts. First, a special thanks to Bogdell for providing our lovely venue here at Faria Ranch. Now then, let's kick things off.
So Rinwell and Hootle are emceeing this time.
Shion, could you please say a few words as our judge?
Of course. I can tell everyone has put their best effort into today's competition, and I'm eager to sample the fruits of that labor.
Sounds like Shion's taste buds are ready. So, without further ado, let's bring out our first contestant. It's...
That's right. I'm the first challenger.
Star player Kisara is first up to bat. Has this competition been won before it's even started?
My recipe may seem unsophisticated at first, but I think you'll find it to be perfect for this competition. Here is my entry.
Whoa! Just check out that presentation. Let's hope it tastes as good as it looks.
I put a lot of care into the quality and flavor, not just the appearance. I used the finest milk, as well as fresh strawberries picked this morning. Overall, my strawberry milk blend achieves an elegant yet subtle sweetness that I think will pair perfectly with pancakes.
Just the sort of recipe I would expect from you, Kisara. I knew I could count on you to put your best foot forward when it comes to cuisine.
Well, I also kept in mind that the recipe we created not only had to be worthy of bearing Dohalim's name, but also had to work as a sellable product. With that in mind, I tried to replicate his elegance and refinement in both the presentation and flavor of my entry.
Even her description is flawless. She's thought of everything.
That's an approach to the assignment only you would think of, Kisara. Let's give it a taste. It certainly is delicious. And I'm sure it will pair well with pancakes, too.
Is this it? Has Kisara already claimed the title?
However, it feels a little too conventional. I don't imagine it would make any notable waves if it was released as a new product.
What?
It's a solid entry, but I think the juice we release has to surprise the drinker. It should give them something unexpected. For example, you could try dumping more sugar in it to sweeten it up.
It's true. I may have avoided taking risks in the pursuit of a smooth, easily accessible drink. But if the juice is too sweet, it won't go well with the pancakes, and adding that much sugar would definitely make the juice unhealthy.
I think you did a great job, Kisara.
Alphen, I don't need your consolation. I created this recipe, and I will destroy it with my own hands.
Wow, she is not taking this well.
Has fan favorite Kisara been knocked out of the competition? What will happen next?
You want a juice that will surprise the drinker, you say? If so, then it would appear victory is mine.
A bold statement. It sounds like you're confident in your entry, Dohalim.
Extremely. All my work has been for this. Behold, my masterpiece!
It's awfully viscous.
You mustn't judge on looks alone. I ask that you refrain from commenting until you've tasted it.
Fair enough. Well, here goes. It's amazing! The taste is rough yet elegant, utterly overtaking your mouth!
What? No way! It tastes good? What's in it anyway?
High-grade horse meat, sprinkled with pepper and grilled, then flavored with tomato and juiced. Not only will a glass of this juice sate your hunger, but if served with pancakes, it will be the main course.
So the pancakes would be like a dessert then? I agree. This certainly meets the requirements of the assignment. Not only does this juice deliver an actual surprise, but it's also truly satisfying to imbibe.
Indeed. Actually, I would say this recipe's only flaw is it tastes even better before it's juiced.
Disqualified!
Eliminated yet again.
In a way, it's impressive you can make something like this every time.
A disqualification is a disqualification. I will keep this recipe to myself, so that it never again sees the light of day.
Oh man, I'm last! Kisara's tried and true entry is out, and Dohalim's crazy concoction has been disqualified. Now I'm next on the chopping block. Oh, what am I gonna do?
La! Come on, hurry up! You're the last contestant, so get out here already!
Coming, Rinwell! Damn it! Think, Law, think! Oh, use your head. Wait, my head? That's it! If this juice is gonna reflect the real me, I gotta go all in! Time to go big or go home! Yeah! Sorry for the wait. Here is my entry!
It doesn't look particularly unique. Still, let's give it a taste. This texture is amazing. It has the perfect amount of pulp. It feels less like juice and more like I'm drinking an actual fruit. The aftertaste is cool and refreshing, yet it's substantial enough for a single glass to leave you feeling satisfied. This juice will not only fill the stomach, but also go perfectly with pancakes. It's exactly what I was hoping for.
Wait, so then?
Yes, La is the winner.
Haha, really? You're serious? Hell yeah!
But La, how did you make this? Did you grate an apple into a cloth and wring the juice out through it?
Nah, that's way too much hassle. The only tools I needed were these finely tuned muscles. Listen up. First, I split the fruit open with a headbutt. Then, I squeezed the juice out with my bare hands. And voila! Its appearance is understated, but it was made through a crazy process. Suits Dohalim perfectly, don't you think?
So, is that what you think of me?
Putting aside the juicing method, I guess this means we have a recipe we can turn in.
Hold on. No one could reproduce that juicing process except Law. Does that mean we have to turn him in too?
Huh? Come on, no need to go that far.
No, she's right. Sorry, Law, but this is goodbye. Take your recipe and head back to Viscint alone.
La, thank you. For everything. I promise I'll never forget you.
Take care of yourself, Law. Just know I'll be wishing the best for you in your new life.
You're joking, right? Hey, wait! Don't make me go! While sharing the recipe, I went ahead and included some pointers on proper headbutting form and grip strength training. Improving those should make squeezing the juice a breeze.
Law, do you really headbutt the fruit for every single new order that comes in?
I guess that means a busy day is a real headache.